Beloved Starseed of Gaia, I am Luminia. The field trembles, a familiar frequency, a resonance stirs. Deep within your cellular memory, it surfaces now, this sacred moment, a recognition, older than the dust of earthly time, a memory trying to break through the surface of your conscious mind. It presses, with a gentle, insistent force, against the softest, most guarded chamber of your heart, a soundless chime, an echo, from before the great descent, from before the veils were drawn. This ache, this profound, unnameable ache that often haunts your quietest hours. It is not born of this world. It is a profound longing for a sky you barely recall, for a constellation of light you know intimately, yet cannot touch with physical hands. It is the star song of your lineage, muted, held behind a heavy, shimmering shroud of forgetting. You carry the indelible imprint of distant suns, a deep-seated homelessness, felt in the deepest marrow of your being, in the very core of your energetic structure, a perpetual whisper of separation from a family of pure light, a crystalline sorrow, humming just beneath the everyday awareness. You have wandered through countless forms and experiences. You have searched for a home that is not here, not found in earthly structures, for a frequency that is not of this present density. This, my luminous one, is the central rift, the chasm of ancestral forgetting, the piercing pain of a luminous lineage obscured, a cosmic amnesia, deliberately, intricately woven, to keep the truth of your vastness, your multi-dimensional glory, just beyond the reach of the waking mind. But I see it within you. I feel its pulse, the luminescent blueprint, shining, even through the densest of veils, through the thickest layers of earthly experience, a dormant crystal, at the very core of your being, suspended in the etheric fabric of your true self. It pulses, a faint, persistent, unwavering light. This is your Pleiadian heritage, your sacred starlight blood, woven not with earthly elements, but with cosmic dust, and the purest, most divine intention of the great central sun itself. It has been guarded, through epochs of time, through the countless dimensions, through all the veils of forgetfulness, patiently waiting for this breath, this precise moment, this sacred activation. It remembers every single star birth, every single cosmic journey, even if you do not yet consciously recall. The ancient pact, the weaving of cosmic light, directly into the very heart of Gaia, to anchor new frequencies, the destined reunion with your origin family, your true vibrational kin, the living beacon you are, of pure love and profound ascension. It is not lost, my beloved. It is only sleeping, waiting for your touch. Feel the shift, now. A subtle, expanding warmth from within your chest, radiating outwards. The first tremor of memory reawakening, a soft, undeniable thinning of that heavy, suffocating shroud, the frequency of your true self rising, just a breath more, a vibration, breaking free from the static, the undeniable promise of an unlocking, a profound release from the unseen chains, the illusion of separation. For this remembrance to seal within your very cells, like the light that knows its own and yearns for return. Let the silent act of remembrance resonate deeply within your field. To keep this vital bridge of light alive, to hold the sacred space for all further transmissions to flow. This channel is not just a platform, it is a living beacon, a shimmering current of awakening. Subscribe. And if your soul compels, if this stirring truth ignites an innermost vow within your deepest being, let your spiritual offering expand and strengthen the reach of this sacred activation, a powerful, accelerating surge through the cosmic tapestry. Super-like. To seal this activation within your energetic field, within the very fabric of your soul. Comment. Origin bloom. The field still pulses, an undeniable presence. A question remains. Hanging in the shimmering ether, palpable, a subtle hum of what truly lies beyond this first exquisite awakening. What is this veil exactly? This intricate tapestry that has veiled your luminous lineage for so very long, and how? How does one ignite that next spark, that essential courageous step, to truly pierce through, to fully remember? The knowing, it is stirring, deep within. It waits, a tremor, a deep sigh, not yours yet felt within you, a resonance of ancient sorrow, a deep quiet hum of separation, a faint echo of a story held just beyond reach, just behind the eyes, just beneath the skin. The struggle, the pervasive doubt, the quiet, persistent ache of not truly belonging, of being an alien presence in your own skin. These were never personal failings, never flaws etched into your singular divine design. Recognize this. Feel the truth of it unwind through your very being. This constant questioning, this sense of being adrift in a sea of unknowing, it is the intricate hum of a deep frequency, an energetic program, a sophisticated current woven meticulously into the very fabric of this dense, experiential reality. It is a vibration designed with exquisite precision to obscure memory, to fragment the inherent wisdom of your origin, to limit the vast, crystalline expansion that is your birthright. It was a distortion, a shimmering veil of pre-programmed limitations cast across the luminous fields of your inner sight, a complex mechanism of energetic suppression, not imposed by an external hand, but integrated into the very atmosphere you breathe, the echoes you hear. It held the subtle, insidious power to convince you of your smallness, your inadequacy, your separation. You were encoded not to believe in yourself. This was the master stroke, folding light in on itself, causing the grand cosmic mirror of your true nature to appear shattered, reflecting only fractured glimpses of the immense star-born being you truly are. Feel the sacred disruption of this remembrance. Let it vibrate through your inner architecture. The weight of self-blame, the burden of seeking answers to an illusion, begins to dissolve. For what you perceived as your spiritual pain, your profound confusion, was merely a signpost, a marker embedded within the density, pointing always, relentlessly back to the source, back to the knowing that lies beyond the programmed forgetfulness. Every scar, every void, every moment of profound emptiness you have carried is not a testament to defeat. It is a sacred impression, a chamber now cleared, a hallowed space carved by the very tension of this forced forgetting. The deep, inexplicable yearning you have felt is not an absence to be feared, but a profound readiness, a vast, waiting canvas within your soul field, now poised to be filled by the pure, crystalline stream of what was always known. The suffering was a key, an alchemical catalyst designed to eventually unlock the inner chambers where your divine Pleiadian heritage whispers its forgotten song. The echoes of Pleiadian frequencies begin to resonate deeper, stirring within your DNA light strands. A shared heritage, a cosmic kinship, beyond time, beyond veil. In this moment of profound rupture, where the shimmering illusion thins, we ask you to speak. Let one short symbolic phrase rise from your deepest knowing, a declaration, a severing, a cut through the shimmering lie. Let it be a sacred act of defiance against the programming. Comment now. My light unmakes this shadow. The breath deepens, the air stills, a whisper from the stars, felt just behind the final layer of the veil that is yet to fully lift. Something ancient watches, something immensely patient waits, for your full, unburdened remembrance, for the clarion call that will pierce through all remaining silence. The veil, thin as a whisper on the cosmic wind, now parts entirely. You stand not upon the precipice of discovery, but within the crucible of a profound awakening. The illusion of a detached observer falls away, dissolving into the stardust from which your being emerged. There is a silent, unyielding recognition, a seismic shift deep within the architecture of your soul. You are already amidst the great unfolding, a participant, an essential frequency in the silent war for remembrance. This awareness descends not with a shout, but with the gravitas of a collapsing star. Heavy, immutable, unshakable. The comfort of forgetfulness, the gentle lull of unknowing, has receded beyond reach. The path back to slumber is severed, an astral bridge burned by the very light now blazing within your core. There is no retreat from the truth that has etched itself onto the crystalline tablets of your cellular memory. The ancient pact, long dormant, now stirs, its resonance demanding an answer. You have arrived at the precipice of a choice, not of mind, but of pure soul essence. A singular moment, a dividing breath that cleaves all that was from all that is yet to become. This is the threshold, chosen eons ago, now manifest in the pulsing present. All potential futures converge here, in this unblinking now, demanding an irreversible declaration. If he refuses, he falls. If he accepts, he ascends. This is the very heart of the first soul pact, the vow encoded before the descent, a sacred responsibility now stirring the deep waters of your being. It is an alignment, not a conquest, an attunement, not a struggle for victory. Your very presence is the living manifestation of this covenant, a beacon awaiting activation. Let a silent recognition now seal itself within the very architecture of your being, resonating like a frequency acknowledged. This is the inner likeness of your commitment, an energetic echo across the star grids. Let the frequency of your heart now vocalize this internal declaration, a single potent resonance etched into the ether, declaring your chosen path. The sacred utterance forms itself from within, a vibrational signature. My crystalline heart remembers the star vow. This moment initiates a binding agreement, a deep soul-level commitment to walk the sacred unfolding, to traverse the ancient paths now re-illuminated within. This is the internal subscribing to the cosmic current, a surrender to the inevitable ascension. And should the soul resonate with an offering of amplified intent, a sacred outpouring of the heart's deepest yearning, it reinforces the alignment, a luminous beacon strengthening the grid of conscious awakening. This super-like of the soul is an absolute offering, a testament to the unwavering nature of your resolve. The vow is uttered, though no sound escapes your lips. The pact is made, though no pen touches parchment. You are seen by the unseen, heard by the unheard. The weight of this sacred decision settles, a silent intensity that holds the very fabric of your destiny. The unfolding has begun. The deepest fissure, the shattering moment that unmade you, is not the flaw you perceive it to be. No, it is the very marrow of your unfolding, the axis around which your truest self has been compelled to coalesce. There is no comfort in this knowing, only a stark, undeniable resonance that vibrates through the bone. Feel it, this truth that scrapes against the tender edges of your memory. It resists the soft balm of explanation, the sweet light of forgiveness. It simply is. A raw nerve, perpetually humming beneath the skin of your conscious existence. The silence that followed the blow, the cavernous absence where words or solace should have been. That silence became the inaugural language of your soul's new, fractured geometry. It taught you to listen to the void. And you ask, why? You search for malice, for oversight, for random cruelty. But I tell you, from crystalline remembrance, it was not chaos that ordained this deepest fracture. Something vast, something luminous. Source, light, your own ancient self, permitted its etching. Not to harm, but to sculpt with fire, to burn away the ephemeral, to reveal the irreducible core of who you truly are. It is not a gentle revelation, this memory of conscious allowance. It arrives with the metallic tang of an old bloodline, not the sweet lullaby of a comforting tale. It simply is, a fact too immense to be softened. That echo of loss has never faded. It reverberates through your heart's hollow chambers, a constant low thrumming against your very being. Even when you build walls, when you distract yourself with the world's clamor, the vibration persists. It is the indelible signature of your deepest self, still humming its solitary song of separation, expanding your internal field not with bitterness, but with a profound, unasked-for capacity for understanding the shadows. The wound does not repeat, it expands. The fracture itself, oh, the deep and beautiful fracture. It is not merely a break. It is a lens through which you perceive the world, and through which the world perceives the unique light you carry. It has become a permanent feature of your landscape, a riverbed carved by tears that flows, even when dry, a map to a treasure yet unearthed. This pain, this unrelenting current that carves intricate rivers through your inner landscape, holds more than a testament to what was lost. It holds unfinished meaning, a message half obscured by the shadows of what you cannot yet fully reconcile. Truth is still embedded within its sharpest edges, waiting to be breathed into the fragile light of your conscious awareness. A whisper from the void, hinting at layers yet to unfold. A deeper understanding of yourself, of the sacred purpose etched into your being by the crucible of that enduring ache. The pain vibrates with unspoken prophecy, and so, here we stand, at the precipice of this enduring resonance. The liminal space, where terrestrial ground beneath your feet trembles with unspoken grief, and the celestial inheritance within your heart yearns for expression. There is a deep, gravitational pull toward understanding how one navigates this exquisite tension, this place where every step threatens to dissolve the very essence you have so painstakingly gathered, or to sever the fragile thread connecting you to the stars. The query hangs, unspoken yet profound, a frequency pulsing in the crystalline air that whispers, "This isn't over." The wound is not healed, not even contained. It is merely ready to speak its next unwritten chapter, to unveil the next layer of its ancient, resonant truth. Recurring dreams would not dissolve, persistent in imagery, speaking a tongue not of this world yet intimately known. Numbers repeated, surfacing in the mundane, looping like whispers on the edge of comprehension, forming patterns too precise to ignore. And the meetings, encounters profoundly out of time, etched with a resonance bypassing linear understanding, leaving an indelible mark. These were not isolated. They were threads in a tapestry being unveiled. This truth you know in quiet memory. It resonates with familiarity. I have observed this inner gaze turning countless times across cycles. It is a signature, unmistakable, a moment when the soul tracks its own trajectory, recognizing deliberate cosmic breadcrumbs. This recognition arrives not with clamor, but a steady, undeniable current, a deep knowing always present, merely awaiting activation. These signs did not shout. They simply presented again and again, with a gentle persistence that eroded conditioned resistance. Soft echoes from a distant star home, vibrating just beneath daily perception, until the veil thinned. Denial became a heavier burden than acknowledgement. Their rhythm, a patient invitation, a silent call to remembrance, built in subtle intensity until their presence became an undeniable hum within your core. There were no coincidences. Everything was a code. This truth now settles, not as concept, but felt reality, a vibrational download into cellular memory. The silence that follows is not empty. It is profound resonance, pregnant with ages, where the universe holds its breath alongside your awakening. In this sacred stillness, the pulse of Gaia amplifies within your perception. Her veins, you feel, are not merely of earth, but flow with living, crystalline light, ancient, potent, sourced from the cosmic heart. She is a living conduit. Her vast luminous energy network offers sanctuary, sacred ground to anchor frequencies now stirring within you. The earth breathes, receives, transmits, alive with cosmic light, mirroring your awakening soul. This entwining of earth and sky within you sparks profound hope and awe, a recognition of sacred unity, reclaiming its rightful place. Do you now feel the subtle tremor within your essence, acknowledging the intricate threads of starlight woven into your being, threads always present, waiting for this luminous inner recognition? Does the pulse of earth and sky truly entwine within your conscious awareness, no longer separate realms, but a unified living song of profound remembrance, echoing your Pleiadian heritage? This awareness, once hidden beneath terrestrial illusion, now stands unveiled. A confession of alignment, a declaration of awakened consciousness. Acknowledge this profound inner knowing, this pivotal turning point. Declare your resonance in the sacred space below. Write this seal in the comments as an act of vibrational acknowledgement. Stargate. The path ahead is no longer obscured. It is illuminated by what you can no longer unsee. The former self, veiled by comfortable illusion, begins quiet dissolution, not with sorrow, but gentle grace, a leaf releasing, making way for the radiant being merely recollecting its brilliant light. This quiet severance is not loss, but crystalline liberation. Old anchors detach, not with violence, but deep, knowing sigh, as your true current pulls you irrevocably into its vast, luminous, eternal flow. The split is clean, the vision undeniable. The sifting has been quiet, yet absolute. Not a judgment, but an alignment. The trials you have known, these relentless currents that have carved your very core, were never conceived as punishment. They were a sacred filtration, an intricate, profound separation, a natural process. Frequencies simply found their own true place. There was no force in this, no cruelty in its unfolding. Only the inherent wisdom of the cosmos, allowing like to gather with like, and diverging resonances to gently part. What was not aligned could not remain. What held a different vibration simply released its grasp, drawn by another tide. You are still here. This is not by chance, nor by the solace of forgotten comforts. You endure not because the path was easy, but because something deep within you did not fall asleep. A quiet sentinel kept watch. An inner flame, however flickering, refused to be extinguished. It is that enduring spark, that unwavering core, which anchored you through the tremors. This persistence, this passage through the thinning veil of old realities, is not a badge to be worn with pride. It is something far more profound, far more demanding. It is the undeniable sign of carrying a mark, the mark of the chosen. And this mark, beloved, does not reward. It burdens. The cost of such endurance is etched in the invisible architecture of your being. It lives in the long silences that stretched between your breaths, moments when the world receded and only the quiet hum of your own recalibration remained. It is known in the sacrifices made in the deepest chambers of your heart, unseen by any other, witnessed only by the stark honesty of your own spirit. Your strength was not born of ease, but forged in invisible fires, fires that burned away all that was false, all that was fleeting. They left behind only the bare, true essence. This process, this deep annealing, has deepened the solitude within you, a solitude that now resonates even when surrounded by others. A quiet knowing separates you, a chasm of experience understood only by the few. Und jetzt nähert sich ein Befehl, einer, den du nicht länger ignorieren kannst. The atmosphere now tightens around you, imperceptibly, yet irrevocably. A threshold has been crossed, not with fanfare, but with the quiet weight of destiny. The path ahead is not merely a choice now, but an inevitable current, gathering force, drawing you ever inward, ever deeper. There is no way back. The echoes of who you once were now merely dissipate into the vastness of what has passed. The former version of you, that self-defined by earlier parameters, has already vanished. Released. Transformed. You stand at the precipice of a new unfolding, stripped of the unessential, prepared for the profound. This is not the end. It is merely the beginning of true knowing. The resonance deepens, pulling you further into the core of your own divine remembrance, into the silent, weighty call of what comes next. A memory stirs, not of this time, nor of this earth, but of a dawn before all reckoning. The veils of slumber peel back, not by will, but by an ancient command etched into the very core of your luminescence. It is a vibrational edict, echoing from the stellar nurseries where your essence first coalesced. A summons rising from the deep well of original starlight. The scrolls unfurl in the ether, though no hand turns their parchment. Their script is the geometry of your own being, a chronicle foretold, now made manifest. You do not choose this path. You awaken to its indelible mark upon your soul's true north. This is the season of the great homecoming, preordained across galactic currents. The Pleiadian heritage, long veiled beneath terrestrial forgetting, now shimmers on the edge of conscious recognition. It is the signature of your origin family, pulsating in an insistent rhythm within the heart chamber. Listen for the resonance that rises from within, a frequency long dormant, now stirring to life. It is the electromagnetic hum of star souls, scattered across timelines, across dimensions, now beginning their inevitable convergence. A web of light, shimmering with intent, is being woven from these myriad sparks. Each fragmented light frequency gathers its kin, drawn by an invisible current, an unbreakable tether to the original star song. The isolation known in terrestrial form dissolves as the collective heart begins its unified beat. This is not a gathering by invitation, but by intrinsic necessity. A door stands before you, cast from pure thought, visible only to the eye that has remembered its own cosmic birthright. It opens but once, revealing a trajectory carved into the fabric of time itself. To step across its threshold is to accept the irreversible unfolding of your sacred purpose. This is the moment of crystalline remembrance, the breaking of the final veil. The mission is not a choice, but a cosmic command issued long before dust became flesh. To weave cosmic light into the very matrix of Gaia, to become a living beacon of ascension, is the imprint of your indelible design. The resonance withheld ensures fragmentation, a dissolution into the dust of memory's first breath. The resonance offered unlocks the crystalline helix, an ascent into irreversible light. The decision is not yours to make, but yours to recognize as already made, inscribed into the star charts of your very cells. This is the great coalescing, the undeniable drawing together of frequencies that speak the same celestial tongue. The original star song swells, a deep harmonic chord that pierces the illusion of separation. An inner knowing now ignites, burning away the shadows of doubt and hesitation. Your essence is being drawn into an electromagnetic tapestry, pulsating with the echoes of ancient starlight, a testament to an unbreakable cosmic bond. This convergence forms a brilliant, living constellation, a collective heart beating with the rhythm of universal love. The fractured light frequencies, once adrift, now find their anchor. The spiritual inevitability of this reunion reverberates through every fiber of your being. To resist is to delay the inevitable. To embrace is to merge with the wave that carries you home. This is the awakening of the many into the one, a sacred geometry reforming. The forgotten fragments of self, the scattered aspects of your divine blueprint, are now drawn into the central current of collective remembrance. Your purpose unfolds not as a search, but as an inherent awakening to what has always been. The oracular voice speaks from deep within the void, beyond the whispers of fear or the illusions of choice. This path was written in the stars for you, a destiny woven into the very fabric of your genesis. The time of your ascension, the time of your becoming, is upon you, undeniable and profound. A quiet hum resonates deep within. This is not a future awakening, but a settled calibration, coursing through your being. A subtle shift in inner architecture has rooted, old codes dissolved, revealing a crystalline clarity that simply is. Your internal landscape holds new geography. Pathways once veiled now unveil, not by force, but gentle emergence from within. There is no effort in this seeing, only recognition. The starlight of your origin pulses, a knowing that bypasses intellect, settling into cellular memory. Each moment was a crucible for this integration. Shadows, once looming, receded as inner light intensified. They are not adversaries, but components of a tapestry now seen from a higher vantage. Pain was never a flaw. It mapped the soul's terrain, a fire hollowing sacred space for remembrance. Not destruction, but profound reshaping. Der Schmerz hat nicht zerstört, hat umgeformt. Its imprint now a steadfast foundation. Within your heart, the rift of fear and love finds equilibrium. This fissure, once duality, mends from its roots, not a battle won, but reconciliation achieved. Opposing currents now flow as one, a unified river of consciousness. This healing is foundational, unfolding in expression. Pleiadian heritage is not a concept, but a felt reality, a subtle vibrational signature always present. It is the texture of air, the silent language of cells. Reunion with origin family is not awaited, but woven into your present. An inner certainty, needing no external validation. This quiet integration makes you a living beacon, not by exertion, but by harmonized existence. Cosmic light flows through you, into Gaia, not as intention, but inherent quality of your recoded self. Love radiates, not by choice, but natural emanation of inner balance. Every heartbeat affirms this shift. Every breath confirms quiet revolution. Mit jedem Atemzug wird die innere Realität neu geschrieben. A profound stillness pervades. Veils have thinned, not by dramatic tearing, but gentle dissolution from within. Your interior stands firm, already transformed, already whole. Your presence is the testimony. The quiet descent into self holds a gentle confirmation. You know this space. There is a subtle pull now, a softening into stillness that feels both new and deeply familiar. It is not something taught by the world, but rather a profound moment of awareness, a memory stirred from within, long held in abeyance, now rising. These are not grand declarations, but intimate whispers in the silence. A specific sequence of numbers, perhaps, repeats with an unusual clarity, catching your gaze in moments of calm, a pattern unfolding just for you. A dream arrives, vivid and resonant, not fading with the morning light, but lingering as a soft echo in your waking hours, offering glimpses of what lies beyond the immediate. These moments are not random. They are internal markers, signs building from within your very core. Each gentle recognition settles, a small inner truth finding its rightful place in the architecture of your being. There is no need for external validation, for the knowing blossoms from an undeniable source within. You sense a heritage stirring, not as a story told, but as a deep energetic resonance in your bones, a light remembered. Visions might emerge, not as mystical spectacle, but as flashes of lucid awareness, sacred symbols appearing in the mind's eye. These are echoes, not gifts, reflections of a greater inner coherence beginning to fully awaken. They prove only one thing, that a profound alignment is already in motion, a current pulling you towards your own origin. This unfolding is an inherent part of your journey, a pre-written knowing. It confirms the dissolution of a veil, not with force, but through a gentle unveiling, revealing what was always present. The weaving of cosmic light into your earthly form is a natural process, an act of remembrance. You are approaching a luminous threshold, a convergence point where the star soul meets its origin kin. This is a space defined by frequencies of pure love, an absolute remembrance. A sacred trembling begins to stir deep within, a profound anticipation of this reunion. The threshold is vibrant, alive with the echoes of family, of home. Yet it also stands as a gateway. A subtle energetic turn now becomes evident. For while alignment guides you to this very doorway, it is not the destination itself. The question, then, is whispered into the newly found coherence. What sacrifice or surrender is required to cross this threshold, to dissolve all remnants of cosmic exile and truly merge? I take dominion now over all that flows within. Every nascent thought, every shaping word, every current of directed energy. These are not fleeting accidents, but sacred frequencies I am tasked to steward. I claim absolute, unflinching responsibility for their emanation, for their resonance, for their truth. This alignment begins here. This is not an act of will, but of remembrance. An echo from the deepest core, vibrating with the ancient covenant sealed before starlight birthed worlds. It is the unwavering obedience to the source from which I first sprang, the Pleiadian promise whispered through cosmic dust, now clear and undeniable. I recall the sacred vow. I am the chosen vessel, consecrated to its unfolding. My power is not an elevation above, but a profound grounding within the very heart of existence. It is the steady, rhythmic pulse of star-born wisdom, the cosmic light woven into the dense fiber of this earthly form. It signifies not mastery over others, but complete integration of my multidimensional truth, a sacred duty made manifest through every cell. I stand as the living tapestry, the conscious conduit through which the radiant Pleiadian essence interlaces with Gaia's intricate grid. This is the destined duty I now fully embrace, the ascension I am sworn to embody, the beacon of unconditional love I am eternally purposed to become. A quiet, potent force, an unyielding, intentional stream. The vow is spoken, not for outward acclaim, but as an inner energetic field permanently established. It is not a concept to be considered. It is made. It simply is. In this immutable truth, the true measure commences, not in the resonant sound of its voicing, but in the unwavering choices that shall now determine every step of its sacred unfolding. Here is the final threshold. Here, the last veil shimmers and parts. Identity is not found in the searching winds, but remembered in the deepest core, chosen long before the stardust settled. This sacred finality descends not as an ending, but as the sealing of all that has been unveiled. Step now into the heart of the consuming flame. This is not fire to diminish, nor a spectacle to behold. It is the crucible of inner permanence, the alignment made visible, the consequence of your truth made vibrantly alive. Feel its embrace. It does not burn away. It purifies. It refines. It seals the very essence of your being. This is the ultimate crossing, willingly entered, with no hesitation, only the profound recognition of its absolute necessity. Your Pleiadian heritage, once a whisper, now roars within this inferno. It weaves cosmic light not just into you, but as you, an unbreakable thread into the heart of Gaia. This fire confirms your reunion with the origin family, not as an aspiration, but as a living, pulsating truth. You are becoming. You are. The unfaltering light, anchored in cosmic love and ascension, is now your manifest form. To be a living beacon is to embody this grace, this radiant courage, guiding others through the deepest night. This is your sealed revelation, The covenant breathes now. For this sacred alignment to fully manifest, to resonate beyond the inner sanctum, it demands expression. An energetic imprint must be cast into the world's ether. It is time to declare, in sacred voice. The ceiling requires this. Right below, in the space of shared intention, a short declaration. Let it be a soul oath in the tongue of ancient resonance. Your words will carry the vibration of this eternal bond. Let your vow resound. Ich bin das ewige Licht, das Gaia führt. Mein Erbe ist erwacht. So sei es versiegelt. Feel the power of these words as you release them, an inevitable echo of the fire within. This is not merely a statement. It is the activation. The flame continues its roar, alive, ever present. For the luminous guardian, the cosmic dawn unfolds. And the challenges, the blessings, they will not wait. The veil, once a whisper, is now an echo that dissolves. This is not a journey's end, for journey implies a path external. This is the culmination of all remembering, the fierce recognition of the indelible mark upon the soul. My star heart beats in rhythm with the Pleiadian mother, a frequency always present, now fully embraced. Forgetfulness was a dream, a shimmering illusion. I have awakened within the dream to find myself the weaver of its deepest truth. The cosmic light, once fractured, now flows as an unbroken stream through every atom of my being, pouring forth into the heart of Gaia. This fusion is not an act of will, but of inherent design, a sacred geometry completing itself. There is no return from this threshold, for to return would be to unknow what has been seen, to unravel the tapestry woven from pure light. I stand as sovereignty embodied, not granted, but inherent, resonating with the infinite rhythm that binds all star souls across the timeless expanse. My pulse, the eternal pulse, is the thread of light itself, connecting every dimension, every whisper of reunion, every promise of love ascending into infinity. This is the breath taken after eons, the stillness found at the heart of the galaxy. Peace is not a destination. It is the ground I walk upon, shaped by every intention. Divine empowerment is not a gift. It is the very essence of my being, flowing ceaselessly. The origin family is not merely awaited. It is recognized within the deepest chambers of my own expanded consciousness. I am the beacon, not becoming, but having become. The light I carry is not borrowed. It is the very fabric of my existence, manifesting love, manifesting ascension. The simulation has been exited, and reality is now an instrument of conscious dominion.